Alright, time to get into this video. Anyway, so how do I start off on a video? Story time with Ryan. Take 56. Haha. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I used to work 3 jobs, right? And I'm gonna have you guess which one is the worst. I used to work at Topgolf, used to work at FedEx, and I used to work at Chiptole. Now, Topgolf is a golfing establishment which also has a restaurant in it. And basically, what I would do would be I would serve the guests their food. I was a food runner. And what I did was basically run up and down 3 flights of stairs every day for 7 to maybe 11 hours. And then my second job was at FedEx. And I usually pick up like the big boxes and put them in like containers or the back of a truck in order to have them shipped somewhere, right? See, it sounds easy, but it's not. You think maybe 60 pounds, 50 to 60 pounds isn't too bad, right? If you're like generally athletic, somewhat like active. But it gets even worse because the boxes weren't just square shaped. They were like really long, like steel beams, or just like really irregular. Like I've had triangular packages come over. So there's that. And then you had Chipotle. Now let me tell you, at Chipotle, I was a dishwasher. Now let me tell you about my first day at Chipotle. Actually, no, we're going to rewind to even before that. The interview went great. I got the job, and the manager was like, "Come back within a week, we'll do some paperwork." And I was like, "Alright, paperwork, that's not so bad. I'll sign my name here and there, it's the typical, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'll go back home, make some lunch, this will be easy." I come in on a Saturday, next thing you know, he puts this thick packet of paper, and he was like, "We're gonna get started on training." And when I say thick, it was like capital T with a triple C, quadruple C, a penta C. I don't know what comes after penta, and I'm pretty sure penta wasn't even right. Anyway, I get started on training, and it's literally just me watching repetitive videos over and over again. I mean, not the same ones, obviously, but they were basically all the same. The amount of times I've learned how to sanitize a counter still haunts me to this day. Now you might be asking, "But you said paperwork. What happened to the paperwork?" I'll tell you what happened to the paperwork. You know what I did? I filled out sheets and sheets of paper with blanks on them. Just, if the video said to treat the guests with courtesy and gratitude, the paper would be like, "Treat the guests with blank and blank." And that's what I did for 2 whole hours. And it was even worse because every time I finished the video, the manager would be gone and I'd be sitting there like, "Where are you? Hello? What are you doing?" And he'd come back 20 minutes and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I hope that didn't take long, I'm like, no, of course. But inside my head, I was like, "Bro, I have a life. It is a Saturday. And I don't want to be here, no offense." Alright, so first day, I walk into those doors. I'm not feeling the best because it was kind of raining on my first day, so it wasn't the best feeling. I walk in, the manager has like a clipboard, and he starts asking me a question. He's like, "How are you feeling?" And I was like, "This is a test. Like, this man's got to be testing me, right? Like, he probably wants to hear, like, I'm pumped or I'm psyched or something." So I'm like, "I'm pumped, dude. I'm ready to get working." He's like, "Great. I just have to ask you these questions for COVID." And I'm like, I'm stupid. That is really, I'm stupid. Anyway, then I go back and I'm, like, ready to work. So I put on the apron like he told me to. And then he brings out this damn white iPad again. He's like, "Alright, I'm gonna just need you to watch these videos." And I'm like, I swear to God, if they teach me how to clean counters any more times, I will calmly murder someone. Anyway, I start going back, and then he tells me to put on an apron. I do, and then we start doing some food prep, which wasn't too bad. 5 minutes goes by. I finish my food prep. I'm like, all right, I'm down. I'm ready. Maybe like give me some cheese. I'll cut that up into cubes or something. I'm good to go. And then he points to me. He was like, let's start washing dishes. And I was like, oh, dishes. Fun. And that's what I did for 6 hours. 6 hours. And see, washing dishes isn't that bad until you realize what I had to go through with all of those dishes. Washing dishes at home, not that bad. Yeah, nice flat plates or whatever, nice bowls to wash with your cool sponge. I don't know why it's a cool sponge, but you get what I mean. But no, at Chipotle, if you've ever been to a Chipotle and you see like where you're ordering from, the place where you order, they have like these rectangular trays with the edges at the end where they put all their food in. Now those were the things that I was washing. Those, I don't even know what I call them. Those containers were terrible to wash. I don't know if it was my hands, but the way I was holding them in the like most comfortable way I could hold them, every time I'd be washing them, they cut into like my wrist or my palm or something because of like the curved edges. And the thing is, Chipotle always, I believe they have like these heat lamps above to keep like their food warm, or is it like the boiling water below? Whatever it was, those things made washing dishes worse because you'd always get to the bottom of your food and then it would always be these dried beans or just dried rice. And if you've ever had to wash rice, you already know how bad it is. So half the time I just be trying to soak all of these containers with water and I couldn't even wash them half the time. But it gets worse because I was new there and I didn't want to trouble too many people. So the entire time I was washing dishes, I didn't know how to like use the water properly. And what I mean is that there would be like these attachments to the faucet leading to other places. I didn't want to mess up the system. So the entire time whenever I would turn the water on, it would be like boiling hot. So I could never use the water properly because every 2 seconds I stuck my hand in there, it would be like cooking. And I was like, this is actual trash, but I've already asked too many questions. I don't want to bother these people. For the entire 6 hours I was there, I was just boiling my hands off with hot soapy water. So that was fun. On top of that, my first day, the drain clogged up 5 times. I'm not even kidding when I say it clogged up 5 times. And by the third time, I was literally next to the man while he was fixing this, and I was like, bro, does this happen like every day? Or is it like, he was like, no, it's just today. I'm like, oh, cool. So, it's just my first day here, and, it just happens to happen like this. And I was like, it's just a claw. It's not that bad. He'll fix it. I'll go back to normal tomorrow or something. It did not. It did not go back to normal tomorrow. But it wasn't that bad because he let me listen to music. Although the first time he offered me a speaker, he was like, yeah, you can put your music on here. We don't want you to get bored in the back. I died internally. I was laughing. I was like, you're funny. I am not putting any of my weeb songs on there. I don't care. I literally don't care. I'm not trying to expose myself right now. And I was like, I have headphones. Are those fine? He was like, yeah, of course. I'm like, imagine blasting my weeb songs on a speaker. Like, nah, you're funny. And then finally, to end the day off, I had to take out the trash, which by itself doesn't seem that bad, except it was still raining and the dumpster was a bit farther away. I had to drag a trash can with like 6 bags of trash that were full to the dumpster off of a curb, which I almost tipped the trash can over and dropped all of the trash. So yeah, that was fun. Except it wasn't because one of the bags I was hoisting up ripped at the end and out dropped a bunch of rice. And I was literally like, it's 11 o'clock. I'm not picking that up. I'm gonna head back. And I went back and I was like, yeet, I'm done with my shift. I'm gonna head out. And he was like, good job. And then the next morning I arrived and the rice was no longer there. So I'm like, either somebody ate that or somebody cleaned that up. I'm just hoping they didn't know it was me. And that's pretty much the first day at Chiptole. But there's more, because there's day 2 and part 2, which I'll release later if I feel like it. Thanks for watching.